Hey guys, Daniel here. Today I'm going to be talking about how to become the #1 21st venue in your local area. If you don't know who I am, as I said, my name is Daniel. I run a business that helps hospitality venues scale up the private function side of their business. And I make these videos because not everyone wants to work with us and we don't want to work with everybody, but if I can share some valuable things that I've learned on my journey over the past 6 years of hospo marketing, that might be able to help you out. And if there is potential for us to do business, maybe I can prove to you that I know what I'm talking about, okay? So I guess diving into the video, I want to talk a little bit about why do 21st. So 21st are an interesting one because 21st tend to be quite a big party for people in the Western world, at least. They tend to be quite big drinking events, and also if you become a 21st venue or known as a 21st venue in your local area, you're probably going to get a lot of repeat business. Well, not repeat business, referral business coming into the venue, okay? Because if you're doing a lot of 21st now, you're probably going to continue doing a lot of 21st down into the future because one sibling has an event in your venue, then when their younger sister or younger brother have a 21st, they'll likely go to your venue, or someone within their network would have a positive word of mouth experience, and you're going to get a lot of business off the back of that. Also, alcohol consumption is typically quite a big theme at 21st. If you've got good margin on your alcohol sales, very good profit there. Okay, and let's dive into what type of venues are most suited for 21st. Okay, I would say probably a traditional restaurant wouldn't be suited because if you can't separate your space into its own private area, that's probably not going to be very desirable for someone planning a 21st birthday. In general, they're going to want to have a private space. And if you're going to do a semi-private event and you have like a restaurant or a cafe or a bar, and that semi-private function is loud and disrupts other customers, probably not going to be ideal. If you can have them in their separate private space, that is much more ideal. That separate private space ideally also has a bar, and ideally you have some sort of food offering, or you allow outside catering to come into the venue to provide food. Typically food is best served like standing cocktail style by like grazing tables, or waiters handing around hors d'oeuvres or small appetizers of some sort. Okay, so key thing there is just make sure that you have a private space that is available. Okay, so semi-private, not very good for 21st. Private, more better for 21st. One other type of venue, or one other sort of avenue of success within the 21st world, is if you're a cafe or you're a smaller venue and you completely shut your venue for a private event like a 21st, you can do very well, especially if you're a cafe that closes at 2 p.m. For your normal day trade, and then by 8 p.m. you have a 21st that you can take into the evening, because your fixed costs are still going to be having to be met. So if you can transition into a private function venue in the evening, very, very good margin on top of your fixed expenses monthly. Okay. Next, I want to talk about how to get more 21st inquiries and 21st sales. Okay, so if you have never run a 21st birthday event within your venue, probably the first step you're going to need is to actually do one. Okay, how do you get a 21st? Probably the easiest way to do it is by start running some direct response advertising on social media. So create some ads promoting your venue and highlight your venue as a great 21st spot with some nice imagery of the space. Okay, if you have a nice place that can be good for photos, like a photo wall. Photo walls tend to be quite a big theme in 21st birthday parties, 16th birthday parties, 18th birthday parties, 30th birthday parties, these sorts of things. So probably highlight a photo wall if you have a nice one, and put that in the images of your ad. And then off the back of the ad, make it very easy for someone to start a conversation with your business, whether it's an email inquiry, whether it's on like social media, messaging apps of some sort. And then try generate some inquiries. That way, get these prospects on the phone and get them into the venue, show them around the space, and start to close deals off the back of direct response advertising, okay? How do you actually get these ads in front of people who would be a potential buyer? Only run these ads to people who are 20 years old, okay? Naturally, 20-year-olds are going to be the target market for a 21st birthday party because they plan it in advance. And if you're in a very densely populated area, only target people who are currently 20 who are women. You're probably going to get the cheapest cost per result there. But also, if you're just going to target women, make sure you use imagery that would appeal to a woman more so than a man. Okay, I'm sure you'll be able to dissect that out. One thing that is interesting about the 21st market is, even though the person, the 20-year-old who's looking for a function venue, is probably not going to be the person who's paying. Most likely it's going to be the parents. They are still your target customer. Even though they're not going to be paying, they are going to be the decision maker. In a lot of other events like 30th, 40th, 50th, business events, stag do's, hens nights, often the person who's planning the event is also going to be the person with the money who is paying. 21st are a little bit different, okay? So target all your advertising to 20-year-olds rather than parents of 20-year-olds, okay? Fairly standard there. And one thing to highlight on the same subject of advertising is Instagram and Facebook ads are going to be the easiest and cheapest way to get in front of this target audience. So what I would recommend is to create an ad which is run on Instagram and Facebook to that target audience which I had mentioned. However, doing send to message ads work very well because you can talk with a prospect via Messenger, or you could send them directly to your website, or you could send them directly to call you right away by entering your phone number in the ad. But as a general rule, send to messenger ads tend to work the best. Regarding the images, probably what is going to work best is if you're targeting women, have some images of the space which have women in them. So some photos of the venue being used, highlighting women being there. Also probably having something which makes the venue stand out, like some fairy lights or photos of the space at night to make it really pop. Those things are going to catch people's attention enough to stop them scrolling when they're on social media. Okay, there's some other quick tips for you. Really the goal here is to get a few 21st under your belt that you've really smashed and done a good job for. Hence that your referral business off the back of those good events that you've done starts to flow, and you don't really have to rely so heavily on advertising. But start with advertising to get started. If you've already done some 21st, what can you do to make your advertising more effective? Well, you can start to get testimonials from all the successful 21st that you've done in the recent future. Okay, so let's say you've done 3 21st over the past 9 weeks. I would get in touch with all of those 3 and try get a video testimonial from that person. Typically a selfie style video of the person saying, hey, I had my event at ABC venue. It was awesome. All my friends love it. I'd highly recommend it to anyone else. We all had a great time. It's one of the highlights of the year for me and all my friends. Okay, if you can get a video testimonial which speaks to your target prospect, get that from successful events that you've done and implement those video testimonials into the advertising that you're doing to people in your local area. That's going to really start to build up a bit of a brand reputation in the mind of your local target prospects, hence starting to generate more inquiries for people planning their 21st, hence giving you more testimonials, and you're going to start the flywheel process of becoming the go-to 21st spot in your local area. But fundamentally, you have to be a good 21st venue and you have to deliver good results. If you're not either of those two, this will not work. You can't fake it till you make it with this. You have to be good, and then you can get the good results. Okay, cool. So I hope those tips made some sense to somebody out there. Again, if I can help one person out there generate more 21st functions, that's going to be a win. So yeah, any questions you have, leave a comment below. Myself might be able to reply to you or someone in the team. Hope you got some value out of that. Cheers.